Jess and welcome back to Magical Mischief. I apologise first of all if there is any funny glare in my glasses. I'm trying to get back to using the sort of studio light that my mum bought me and I still haven't figured it out, and it is reflecting really badly right this second in my glasses, so I do kind of apologise for that. We are in a different space than we have actually been for a while. We are currently sat in mine and Lewis's study sort of studio space. As you can see behind, I've had a bit of a move around of some stuff as well. And now the move around hub and some shelf tours will be starting, or by the time this video goes out they will have started. But today I've got a fun collection sneak peek for you guys that's not a pin collection. First time in a while. I'm going to be showing off my exclusive design collection wands that I own. Now these are wands, just to give a bit of context, that are created by Warner Brothers and the sort of Harry Potter like line, obviously because they're Harry Potter wands, and they are predominantly sold on the Harry Potter shop, but you can also buy them in places like the studio tour or at the Harry Potter shops that are in a variety of different locations. You should possibly be able to buy them at the Platform 9 3/4 shop at King's Cross. I think that's at King's Cross. Correct me down below if I'm wrong. But these are absolutely stunning ones and I cannot wait to show them to you. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see them in a bit more detail. So let's go. So guys, we are at a different angle. This is my partner, my husband's desk, so apologise if it is a bit messy. That's on him. It's on Lewis, guys. But we are going to start with looking at the mascot wands. Now, I only have 3 house mascot wands. One of them is a new sort of mascot style one that is called the House Traits wand, I think is its official name, which I got for Christmas, I believe. But this one that you can see in the frame we'll actually get into is the Hufflepuff one. Now, if you didn't know, Lewis, he is a Hufflepuff, which is why I have started trying to complete the Hufflepuff sort of collection in the exclusive designed wands. Now, I don't know if it will show very well, so I do apologise, but the face, sorry that's a bit blurry, is a badger. Obviously their mascot is a badger and it is in this sort of yellow colour. It does taper down to a point and it has got a very like sort of rough and funny texture to imitate, I guess, the badger's fur. You can see at the top here, you've got, oh, pointing at the wrong side, sorry, the eyes and the ears. He is very, very cute. I will probably eventually do sort of a separate review on anything that I haven't reviewed before, but isn't he absolutely stunning? I do love him. Now I will say, because of the details, he's not that comfortable to hold. The ears are kind of in the way, but he's a very beautiful, with the head design and everything, display piece, and I do really like it. Let's move on to wand number 2. So wand number 2 in the collection from the exclusive design range that I have is this Gryffindor mascot wand. As you know, I'm a proud Gryffindor, and this is a lion. I don't know if it will show there. I do apologise if the camera's not focusing today. I'm not used to filming from this angle. I don't do it very often. But you can see the teeth there, the nose, obviously the eyes. Now it has a similar but slightly different texture and design to the badger, because it's trying to imitate the mane and the fur. It does taper down to a point, and sort of the fur-like and mane-like effect stops about here. So about here it starts to lessen, and then you get more of like a plain sort of wood design at the bottom. Now I have to say, this is more, I would say for me, especially like in person as it's showing on camera, more of like a brown with hints of red in it, whereas the Hufflepuff one has more of the house colour present. But it is really stunning. This is a lot more comfortable to hold compared to the badger, but that might just be because I am biased. This is my house mascot wand. I absolutely do love this. I think the mascot ones with the mascot character as the head are just stunning display pieces. They look absolutely gorgeous on the display. They are something, in my opinion, I would not choose as my own wand personally, because as I've mentioned in the past, I like more of a simple wand, but he is stunning. Let's move on to wand 3. So wand 3 is the newest of the mascot wands designs, and it is known, I think, more as a house traits wand. Now that's mainly because if the camera wants to focus, it will list down the shaft of the wand your house traits. So this says the daring, oh hang on, they're daring, nerve and chivalry sets Gryffindors apart. So if you can, so I will just twist it so you can sort of see on camera what I just read to you there, if you want to read it again yourself. But that is on this gold, and this has more of a reddy brown design compared to, I would say, the full mascot sort of lion head that I just showed you. And the lion on this one is very, very clearly more upright. He is sat up. You've got his mane, the face. He looks like, very much like a statue would look. He is just gorgeous. Most of the exclusive design ones, they do taper down to sort of like a flat bottom. They're not as pointed as some of the other ones can be. Now, he is one of the newest ones they released last year, the newest ones in the exclusive design collection. He is, out of the new ones, the only one that I have. The other new ones that I haven't got my hands on that I want is obviously the Philosopher's Stone that released last year, I believe. They released one, stunning is that I just can't stop staring at it. Sorry, I'm sidetracking. They released one for the opening of the Harry Potter shop in Chicago, which was a Goblet of Fire one, but that is only exclusive to that shop, and I'm not going to get to Chicago anytime soon, so I won't be able to pick it up, obviously. I'm hoping to get it exclusive if they have one next year at the studio tour in Tokyo, or the shop that's going, Harry Potter shop that they're revamping in Tokyo. Because me and Lewis are hopefully going there next year for a holiday. But I think we should now, before I get sidetracked even more, get on to Wand 4. So I thought, as we were on the theme of Gryffindor, that's what I would stick to. And this is one of sort of the magical creaturey ones, I guess, or that are part of, or the one that is part of the sort of Gryffindor collection, and this is Fawkes the Phoenix. Now, I would like to point out, as I've probably mentioned if I've shown this wand before, you do need to be, is it going to focus? Hello? Need to be so careful with these wands, because if you look here, part of his feathers have chipped off. Now, this happened just purely and simply when I was taking him out of the box, so you have to be so careful. In his one box I still have this little piece here to glue back on, but I've just not got round to it. But he is stunning. I love the bright red colour, the yellows and sort of like the oranges they've used on sort of the main part of the wand to showcase the Phoenix's stunning colours. He is just absolutely gorgeous. And then as you get down the wand, it goes into this sort of black ash kind of colour. And they have done that because obviously it represents the idea, I guess, that the Phoenix sort of dies and then it is reborn from the ashes. I love the fact that they've gone into the black, and I like the fact that the black is only, I would say, about maybe a third of the wand, and then about 2/3 of the wand is the Phoenix, because I just love all this bright colour on it. Now, this is one I believe I haven't reviewed before, and it will get a magical review eventually. So if you'd like to see any reviews on the exclusive design ones I show you today, please let me know. I should also mention, if you can hear a noise, I have got a fan going. When filming in the UK at the moment, it has been a bit difficult because it's been a tiny bit hot. And in our study and collectible room where I'm filming currently at Lewis's desk, it can be quite hot in here, and I've got my studio light that I don't use very much going as well, and that made me feel quite hot, so I've put the fan on, so I do apologise for the noise. but he is stunning and definitely one of my favourites. Now, I would like to let you know before I forget, and this wand was a Christmas present from my mum. The last two mascot ones I believe I showed you were mum purchases. The first is in the Gryffindor ones. The first Gryffindor mascot I may have got myself, but I don't think I did. And the Hufflepuff one was a Lewis and I purchase on our trip to the studio tour. Most of my exclusive design collection, I will preface, I think, by 3 or 4 my mum did buy for me as gifts. But I do not at this current moment work with Warner Brothers to showcase any of their stuff. I would love to in the future if the opportunity came about, but I don't at the moment. But this wand is so stunning and I cannot wait to show you wand number 5. So we are on to our last Gryffindor wand. Sorry, I'm knocking the camera. And the first of the House Relic ones. Now these have been out for a while and are still available. I should let you know that an exclusive design wand is between £32 and £35. I did forget to say that earlier. And this one is absolutely stunning. If you didn't know, this is a wand to represent the sword of Gryffindor. Now, I know to some people, and I do agree on some extent, it's very hard to tell that this is the sword of Gryffindor. Especially considering that the top is very, very gold. It's sort of like an antique gold, and the sword of Gryffindor, which I do have a replica of, which hopefully we'll review sometime in the future, is silver. Like, I do know that, so I don't know why Warner Brothers went with this kind of design. All my house relics have been reviewed. If I can find the video, I will link it up above for you to check that review out. Now, this wand may get a second review because I might do a video talking about the Gryffindor set as a whole. But this wand, like, regardless, it is still stunning. I love all the detail they've put on the handle. On the end of the wand here, there is sort of a ruby red gem. Now, they've obviously tried, I think, to go for iconic Gryffindor colours, which is the red and the gold, which is probably why they've gone for gold. But I'm not 100% sure. The rest of the wand is a brown colour, like a very light brown. It's got like this tapered look. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. The detail that I've put on it is, I think, meant to replicate the handle per se in the Gryffindor sword, but it is absolutely stunning. I think we're going to get on to wand 6 now. So we are now onto our second house relic wand, and this wand, if you could not tell, which you might not be able to, I don't know, it is the Slytherin locket wand. Now, this wand, I have to say, I have some thoughts on, some slightly negative thoughts, I must be honest. Now, I don't know if it will show, the paint job on this wand is absolutely terrible, if I'm being honest. There are paint marks on here, and it just looks, it's just the top. This, well, to be fair, there is paint here that shouldn't be here. Possibly on the snake. Sorry, I was just having a closer look myself to actually assess whether it's meant to be there, because it's a long time since I've looked at this wand really close up. They've got the green element there to indicate that it is slithering, and this is only the handle, about a third of the wand. The rest of the wand is black, and it does taper down to a point. The end on this one is quite pointy. I do love the matte black of this wand. It is very stunning. I absolutely love it. I just really wish that Warner Brothers had worked a bit harder on the handle. Now, maybe this was just the one that I ordered. It happened to be a bit of a defect, and I had contemplated trying to sell this for cheaper than what it was, and then all the same price, no more than that, to buy myself a new one to try and sort of like get one that was in better condition. But at this point, I can't really be bothered. You don't see the bad paint job when it's up on the shelf, so it's not too much of an issue at the moment. This one has been reviewed, and as I did say before, it will be linked up above. But let's move on to the third to last wand. So this house relic wand is the Ravenclaw diadem wand. Now you have the house mascot again at the top, which I can't tell sometimes if they've done a raven or an eagle. Now, if you're true to the books, it should be an eagle, and this to me looks like a raven, so that's very incorrect, Warner Brothers. But I do love the silver design of this at the top. Yes, there are like a few imperfections, I would say, on the print, but I think that works with the design of the wand, considering the Ravenclaw diadem is years old. I think it works with the design, and the stones are just absolutely stunning. And just like the Slytherin one, they have gone with it for this like matte black. It does not taper to a point, it's more of like a flat end compared to the Slytherin locket. But this is one of my favourite exclusive design ones that they have done. It is really comfortable to hold. I would happily use this as my own wand, and it is just stunning. It's had a review with all the other house relic wands, as I mentioned before, so check it out. But this is just gorgeous. On to our second to last wand. So this is our second to last wand, or my second to last wand in my exclusive design wand collection, and this is the last of the house relic ones, and this one represents the Hufflepuff cup. I love the badger on the front and the gold detail. This is probably one of the ones that is more likely resembles what they represent with the design. It's got a very sort of cup-like top. and the patterns are probably very similar to what's on the Hufflepuff cap. But I do not own the Hufflepuff cap replica by Noble Collection, so I wouldn't completely know if what I'm saying to you is correct. So if it is not like the Hufflepuff Cup 1 replica, I do apologise. But it is absolutely stunning. I love the antique gold that they've gone for. And they've gone for, I guess, this like goldy brown for the handle, which is really nice. There is no point to the wand, but this one is absolutely stunning. It's really nice to hold, feels so nice in the hand. I would also happily have this, I think, as my wand, but it's not my top choice. But it is very, very stunning. I love the detail. That's if it will show what the end of the wand looks like. It doesn't want to focus. It's being really annoying today. But I don't... You can sort of see the end of the wand. Well, there you go, that's a bit better. How stunning. Let's move on to our last exclusive design wand. And that is this gorgeous piece. Now this I bought at the studio tour in London. It was an exclusive there. I believe a little bit of time after I went, it came on to the Harry Potter shop website. But the only other place you can purchase it, I believe at the moment, is the studio tour in London. And this is the Time Turner wand. They've basically taken the Time Turner, elongated it and thinned it out to make this wand, and it is stunning. I love the details. It's got the writing from the Time Turner on the side. I love the star element. This is definitely my favourite exclusive design wand. You've got a reddish brown here, and then it goes into this darker brown, which is absolutely stunning. Compared to the Hufflepuff cup, like the shaft and the end of the wand are a lot thinner, and the widest bit is the handle. Now, feeling this actually in my hand for the first time, that is awful to hold. The shape of it doesn't make it very comfortable to use, and I would be worried actually that I'd snap the Time Turner top off completely. But it is a really, really stunning wand actually, and beautiful for display purposes. It is absolutely stunning. So I'm now going to turn the camera back round so we can have some final thoughts. I really hope you have enjoyed seeing this collection, and I'll turn the camera around now. So guys, what did you think of my exclusive design wand collection? Aren't they just all some stunning, stunning pieces? I cannot wait to add some more. Like I mentioned in the video, I want the Philosopher's Stone one if it is still available, and maybe some of the more exclusive ones. One I did not mention that I'm also after is the Golden Snitch one, that was the Harry Potter New York store exclusive that has now come on to the Harry Potter shop. So I want to get that before it is discontinued. I have worried that a lot of the older designs that were done for the exclusive design would be discontinued. Now, I want to let you know, I don't think any of them have been at the moment, but that is something you might want to bear in mind, because as they are bringing out lots of new designs, they might start to discontinue the older designs to make way for lots more newer things. But there is no confirmation anywhere of that online that they would discontinue them. That's just something I worry about as a collector, and I feel like it's important to mention to you, just to make sure that you get it while they are still available, just in case that happens sometime in the future. If you have enjoyed this video, guys, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe down below and turn on that notification bell so you're notified when more magical mischief is coming your way. I really hope you have enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!